In this box is the Canon EOS R. I'm gonna open it up for you, and I'm like super excited to do so. So I ordered the EOS R, and right now I have a 60 Mark II. And when I first started taking photos and making videos, I initially had a Canon 80D. You know, the 80D of the likes of Casey Neistat and several other vloggers. The 80D seemed to be a really good fit for me. But as I learned a little bit more about photography and sort of started investing in higher quality lenses, I moved on to a full frame sensor. And when I did that, it was in the form of a 60 Mark II, which is what you're looking at now. Just for the record, we're shooting on a 60 Mark II with a Sigma Art 24mm 1.4 is the lens that's on the camera right now. Eventually we'll be switching over to this EOS R, but hey, let's have a look in the box. Boom. All right, so goodbye, big box. Here's the EOS R. Nice, beautiful packaging. I've got the EOS R itself, and I also have one of the mount adapters to adapt my EF lenses. I have a couple of RF lenses on order, but you know, they're hard to get on the first day. I was actually really lucky to get this particular EOS R and the adapter together on the same day. Most retailers out there, you weren't able to do so. So if you're gonna buy this camera and you're trying to pick it up, I highly recommend purchasing it through Amazon. If one place has the camera, one place has the adapter, you can do it all through Amazon and have the protections and return guarantees that you have through Amazon that you're used to already. So there's links below. So if you're gonna check out this camera, please do it through the links and they'll give me a few pennies. I appreciate it. All right, so let's open this baby up. We've got some warranty information. We've got a manual, which I'm probably never gonna look at. Here are some cables, a charger, a battery, some plastic, a strap, which seems a little bit thinner of a strap than what came with the 60 Mark II, if I remember correctly. This feels a little thinner, differently, which is fine. Right now I use the Peak Design leash anyway, which is a thin strap and it's pretty lightweight, so I actually like it a lot better than the big thicker straps. And unless you're spending all day holding onto that camera. All right, here's the body, putting the box away. Oof. All right, first impressions. The grip feels very much like my 60 Mark II. My fingers are not falling off the end like they do with all of the Sonys. It feels solid, and the difference in the material that this camera is made out of compared to the 60 Mark II, I mean, it just really feels like a much more solid camera body than what there is before. And it is a little bit thinner. It does feel slightly lighter, but I like it how it feels like this. And because it's a little bit smaller and the screen's a bit bigger, the whole back of the camera is filled with the screen. So this is the body. I'm gonna put these things to the side, pull out this battery. Now the camera uses the LP6Ns, which are the Canon DSLR standard. If you're purchasing aftermarket batteries though, don't get anything other than the LP6Ns because the in-body USB-C charging that this camera has only works with the actual LP6E and LP6Ns. So the aftermarket batteries that are out there, you're not going to be able to charge those batteries by directly plugging in the camera unless you have the real Canon battery. So just go pick those up. Links are below. Again, a couple bucks. I got to pay for this camera somehow. All right, so here is the adapter. Now, I was only able to get the basic $99 adapter because the one with the control ring wasn't going to be available for another week or two at the time that I placed my order. So hopefully I'll have that in a couple weeks. I did get one because I am really excited about this control ring, especially that I'm not going to be able to get any of the new RF lenses coming my way. So it comes in this Nice little case inside of here. I've got a ton of plastic. Here's the lens mount adapter. First impressions, it's a little bigger than I thought it was gonna be, but not a deal breaker. So get this on here. Ooh, this is the first time I'm seeing the shutter protection system in person. Yeah, obviously I've seen it in a few videos. But what happens is this comes down and closes off the shutter to protect it when the camera is off. So that's a really awesome feature, especially when you're switching lenses. You don't want all of that dust and stuff, that kind of thing, getting in there. All right, so lens adapter goes on just like a lens. Line it up, screw it on. It actually screws in a bit tighter feeling than what I'm used to. So that's a little surprising. And you know what? Let me go grab a lens because this big 85 mil is not what I need right now. Okay, so I've got a Canon 16 to 35. This is the Mark II. There is a Mark III out right now, and from all the reviews that I'm seeing, it really doesn't make too much sense to get the Mark III. If you were thinking about this lens, this is one of the most popular Canon lenses for video and content creators. It's also a super, nice 16 mil wide angle. So street photographers, landscape photographers, real estate photographers, this is one of the best lenses to get. So I'm gonna get this on this body, get a card in this camera, and start running a B camera. Wow, so surprisingly, even though we've got this lens adapter on here and it seems like everything's just sticking out just a bit further than it did before, this is quite balanced even without the battery grip. And by the way, Canon, $400 something for a battery grip? Like, come on. That's unnecessarily expensive. Okay, one card slot. Some people will complain about this. Starting to get a little worried. All right, I'm just gonna hit cancel on this. Oh, battery's dead. That's why. All right, this concludes the unboxing. We can't go any further because Canon ships this camera with a dead battery. Shame, shame, shame. Come on, make a better user experience. I hate this. Just charge the damn battery before you put it in the box. Like, it's a small extra step. I paid $20-something for this camera. Send me a battery that's fully charged so that I can be excited about it and use it right out of the box. While we wait for this battery to charge, do me a favor, give me a like on this video if you like my style and my delivery and how I'm communicating this information. There's a lot of small creators out there who make a lot of great content, and it's difficult to beat the YouTube algorithm when we're competing against creators that have millions of subscribers. So that like makes a huge difference. If you want to go a little further, leave me a comment down below. If you leave your Instagram handle, I would love to check out your content too. And last thing is, if you have any questions about this camera and you want them answered, you haven't seen the answer in other videos, or maybe you have, but you didn't like the person who was giving you the information, ask me those questions down below too, and I might be able to make some more videos about this camera, or at least get your questions answered. So again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a few more about the EOS R.